were emceeing for the Sunday afternoon session, and now a year later I'm standing here doing my own topic. So I am feeling a little bit emotional and I'm feeling really, really grateful. But I'm going to be talking to you first of all about my story. And I don't know what you guys think, but I feel that I've got a lot better looking with age. What do you think? So, growing up, I was part of a big family. So I actually have 4 younger sisters and 1 older brother. So I was the bossy one. Don't know if you would have guessed. So I was actually born 8th of October 1991. So if you all just want to write that down on your calendar now and remember my birthday. So growing up, as I said, I was part of a really big family, and going through my teenage years, I actually did a lot of different things. But one of my really big passions, which some of you may not know about, is that I was heavily involved in performing arts. Since around the age of 3 years old, I did dancing, singing, acting. To be honest, I don't think I was that good at it, but you know, I enjoyed it anyway. So singing, dancing, acting, and that really grew my confidence. I then decided one year, I was in a bit of limbo. I don't know if any of you have felt like this. I didn't know what I was doing with my life. So I thought, what do people do when they don't know what they're doing with their life? I know, they go to do a season in Iron Apple and drink for 3 months solid. So that's what I did. And I believe that's where my direct selling career almost started, because in that season I actually sold boat party tickets, but there was no social media. These tickets were not available in shops, so I had to meet on a moped, stop people in the street, pitch them a product and close the deal and get the money there and then. So kind of similar to what some of us might do right now, and that's where my selling kind of career began. And then I came back from Iron Apple and I thought, what am I going to do with my life? I don't have a degree, I didn't go to university, academically not talented whatsoever. I think I can sing, but really I don't think I can. So, what am I going to do? So I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go work in a call centre, because that's what normal people do, right? So I worked in a call centre, Monday to Friday, 9 till 5, and as far as call centres go, I actually quite enjoyed it, and I actually did pretty well there. I actually became a manager. But I was selling my time for money. Has anyone ever done that before? So 50 hours a week, Monday to Friday, 9 till 5, sometimes Saturdays. I would sit at a desk and I was a cold caller, which made it even better. So my job was to call people and annoy them down the phone for 8 hours every single day. That was so fun. And then I just thought, that's what I'm going to be for the rest of my life, in a call centre. The problem was, at the time, I was only 22 years old, and being female in the kind of sales corporate world, that already put me on the back burner. So my chance of getting a pay rise or a promotion was pretty slim. So I was just scraping on by. And then the 1st of June 2015, my life changed forever and I did not even know it. So I was introduced to this opportunity through my best friend, and she was approached about the opportunity, and straight away she was like, yes, this is what I'm looking for, I need the extra money, I'm saving for a mortgage, I'm going to buy a kit, I'm going to put all my time into this, I'm not going out on the weekends. And I was like, no, what is this? Oh my god, I've never heard of this before. I was on Google looking at everything. I'd never heard of network marketing, I'd never heard of New Skin, I'd not seen the products in the shops, I wasn't particularly interested in anti-aging. So I was like, do not do it, what are you doing? Like, stop. And we used to work together at the time, so every single day in the car, fair play to her, she had a good follow-up system. Because every day in the car, she would be saying to me, come on, I'm going to do this, whether you're with me or not. And then about 5 days later, I experienced something called fear of loss. And if you've ever read the book, Eric Warren Go Pro, and if you haven't, you definitely should, that's what he experienced about his brother. So he joined network marketing because his brother was going to do it with him or without him. And that's what my sponsor said to me, I'm going to do this with you or without you. And when she said that to me, I was like, I cannot let this happen. I've got to give it a go now. So I gave it a go and my life changed forever and I didn't even know it. So within 6 months of joining, as Hannah said, I was able to leave that full-time job, step January 2016, I remember it as if it was yesterday. I had this envelope printed, I put it on my boss's desk and I said, guess what? I don't have to work here anymore. It was the best feeling ever. Honestly, it was. And it was quite hard because I really liked my boss. And the sad thing is 3 months later, she got made redundant, so it just goes to show. But then, within 11 months, as Hannah said, I did hit the top of the compensation plan and I became Blue Diamond, which was unbelievable. But, and there was a big but, and this is what I've never shared, is that when I hit the top of the plan, I actually felt really lost. And because it was in quite a small amount of time, being quite young, and not having any network marketing experience, I felt I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what my next big step was. I didn't know what my next big goal was. So then I decided, which I'm so excited to talk to you guys about, I decided to take massive, massive action. Because what I realised is that social media, hands up if you use social media. Okay, so 75%. Social media is fantastic. It has expanded my business. It's enabled me to do things that I never thought I'd be able to do. But what I learned was you cannot build a global business behind a computer screen. You just can't. So, in December, me and my partner Ricky, who gave up everything that he had, he gave up his job, he gave up everything to and we packed up my flat and we fit everything that we owned into that car with two dogs. Me, Ricky, 2 dogs and everything, and I mean everything that we owned went into that car, and we drove for 8 hours and we moved to Ireland. And to support the team that I have there, and the results are starting to show. So 6 days ago I hit Kimberley, because I want to be standing on this stage as a team lead. And this is what happens when you take massive, massive action. But as well as that, that is great. But what I'm really proud of is the growth that the area is having. So this was February 2017 at our Expand event, and that was April. So we're really growing, we're getting the numbers, the area is building, and this is because of the action that not just myself, but others are taking and getting away from the phone, the computer screen, doing showcases, doing business briefings, actually sitting and meeting people, because those phones that you have in your hand, you can call on them, and you can also put them to the side and actually meet someone belly to belly. This is something that I honestly have learned the hard way. You can only go so far. So I'm so excited to talk to you about action and consistency, which I genuinely believe has been 2 of the main factors to how I've got here, standing here today. Before you take action, you actually have to decide what is it that you want. So if you want to be a Ruby, decide that you want to be a Ruby by August so you can go on the Utah trip. If you want to be a Blue Diamond, you need to decide. So right now, you all need to decide what it is, where is it that you want to be by the end of this year. And then you need to commit to that decision. Okay? If you want to be a Ruby by December, you need to commit to be a Ruby by December. Once you decide, and once you commit, that's when you're going to start seeing success. But you've that you are letting down is who? Yourself. Is that who? Yourself. So when you say to yourself, I'm too tired, I don't feel well, when you say I don't feel well, we have Life Pack, we have IgG Boost, we have T3, we have our squares. It's not an excuse. So you can have results or excuses, but I promise you now, you cannot have both. I learned this from one of my clients. When you feel an excuse coming on, when you feel like you're not going to do something, just say to yourself in your head, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just do it. And that's what you need to do. So, now, I'm sorry who this guy is, because this is a really unflattering photo of him, but I want to speak about this vicious cycle, and this is a vicious cycle. Action and consistency, okay? So, if you go and get a job, let's say that you need money, so you go and get a job, that's taking action. Going to get a job, having an interview, being successful, getting offered the role, that's taking action. But if it's a full-time job and you only turn up 3 out of 5 days a week, are you going to get a full-time wage at the end of it? Are you? Exactly. So it's exactly the same in this business. You have to take massive action, but it needs to be consistent action every single day. You need to be doing something. So if you commit to yourself, I'm going to do 3 contacts per day, you cannot do 6, then 0, then 1, then 5, then 3, then none, then holiday, then I'm ill, and all of this. It's 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And if you decide to overachieve and get more that day, well, that's your decision. But it's a vicious cycle, and you need to be taking action and being consistent. So success is repeated day in and day out. I can safely hand on heart stand here and say to all 2,325 of you that I have been consistent in my business. There have been times where I've been feeling low, there's been times where I have been feeling really sick, there's been times where I've been on holiday, but the only person that I'm letting down if I am not consistent is me. And I honestly believe that if you are sitting there right now and you are not where you want to be, it's because you are inconsistent in some aspect of your business. Okay? And you have to change that. You have to work out, maybe you're really good at social media, but you are not doing showcase parties. Showcase parties are one of the best ways, if not the best way, to get a brand new distributor to earn profit straight away, show them the bigger picture, and to get volume. So if that's you, if I'm connected with you, push yourself, do showcase parties. It might be that you're really consistent with the sales, but you're struggling with the recruiting part. Speak to your upline so you can get some more information on how to get better at that, so you're consistent in that part as well. So here's just a couple of tips about consistency. So number 1, make a conscious decision to remain consistent. So today, say to yourself, Perrie Walker, I am going to be consistent. Tip 2, revise your concept of time. So when you say I've got all the time in the world, or I've got this much time in the day, how much time do you really actually have? Number 3, have a plan. What we spoke about before, know your objective. I didn't know when I first started where I was going, but somebody, and this story is very close to my heart, somebody in this business believed in me. Somebody called me on August the 29th, 2015 and said to me, as an executive, you have 72 hours to qualify for the Miami success trip and become a Ruby. I believe in you, you can do it. And I did it. From that moment on, I knew my objective. And that person, they know who they are, that person gave me an objective, but they believed in me. And if you guys don't believe in yourself, well, guess what? I believe in you. So if I believe in you, you'll be fine. Okay? So, tip number 4 is remember that thoughts and feelings are temporary and subjective. So when mind. And number 5, do one thing at a time, be present in the moment. For me, this is the most important one. If you're doing 3-way calls, be present in those 3-way calls. If you're doing a business briefing, be present in the business briefing. Only do one thing at a time, because otherwise you're selling yourself short. And this is my favourite slide. If you are tired, do it anyway. If you find yourself making excuses, do it anyway. If you're on holiday, do it anyway. If you're not feeling good, if you're too stressed, if you're sad, if you're busy, if you're tired, what do? Do it anyway, and night is the best for that, just do it. As I said before, when you're taking action and being consistent, the excuses, they have to stay at the door. You cannot afford excuses. Excuses are like mosquitoes, they bite you all over. And the real sad thing is, everyone has excuses in this room, and guess what? They all stink. They all stink. None of them are legitimate, okay? And that's one thing that I know I've really excelled myself forward with, is to not have excuses. And this is my favourite part to end with you guys today. Has anyone ever heard of the song, you put your left arm in, your left arm out, that one? In, out, in, I can't sing, I told you. Thank God I found network marketing. Okay, so, this is how I see action and consistency. You are either all in with this business, with boosting, with OTG, with network marketing, or you're all out. There is no in between. There is no, I'm going to put my left arm in, and no, I didn't really like that, so I'm going to take it out, and then I'm going to put the whole body in, and no, I didn't like that, I'm going to take it out, and then I'm in, out. You can't do it like that. You are either all in, or you're all out. So this slide, there are only 2 options regarding commitment. You're either in, or you're out. Now I know, in my heart, yesterday listening to those presentations, I must have cried at least 10 times, because I feel it in my heart that this is where I belong, and this is where I will be for the rest of my life. And it is my purpose to inspire and bring as many people to the top as I can, because it's not about me and it's not about you, okay? It's about inspiring and helping as many people as you can to have the same success. So what I want to know before I end this is, are you all in,